Hello, 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 hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hi.
Are you guys good?
I think we're good.
I think we're good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Sure?
I'm good. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you so much for sitting down with us. I'm Corbin,
I'm Rick.
and this is Rick. And we are
Nice to meet you guys.
sitting down with Andre Russell. Is that I said that right? Correct?
Dre Russ.
Dre Russ,
Russell Muscle.
Russell Muss.
And I also heard Dangerous.
It's a lot of names.
Yeah. But they're all true, yeah?
They're all true.
What's your favorite?
Yeah, do you have a favorite that's the one you like to be called the most? It really makes like...
Dre Russ is more smoother,
Yeah.
Dre Russ.
Yeah,
I like Dre Russ, yeah.
but Dangerous is for when I'm in the beast mood and hitting those sixes. So
Yeah.
Dre
Dangerous.
Russ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just the day in, day out, just the Dre Russ, but when it's game time,
Game time,
you like
straight.
that. And
Dangerous.
do you have a particular like prep for yourself that you do before the game to get yourself in the right mindset, or does it change?
Is there a playlist?
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely. There's a playlist.
yeah,
It changed over time, but I have like maybe 2 or 3 playlists that I listen to before games, and I've been listening to those songs for years. Obviously, songs will add to those particular playlists.
Why 3? Are they different vibes?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So I would listen to some chain smokers, plus Johnny Grills, Johnny Drills, then Jamaican music mixed with Bollywood music and, club bangers and all of that. So it gives you a different vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
going to the match as well in the bus, I would be listening to that same playlist from the shower straight into the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's obviously it's way before you even get to the game.
Way before.
Yeah.
So like an hour before match time or maybe 40 minutes before match time, once my speaker is on, no phone calls, maybe a few messages, but I just want to keep hearing that music.
Yeah.
And it just makes me feel prepared, and that's just a part of my preparation. So
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Well, and you said there's Bollywood music on it.
Yep.
Which particular
Yeah. And
songs?
any particular songs that are your favorite songs?
We might know some, we might not.
I can't say the entire
Neither can we.
song,
Like the name, right?
What
but
movie?
it's like they call it all right, I'm gonna say Millionaire. I think that's the name of the song. But it's like I'm a millionaire.
Oh wait, yeah, I know that song. I do know that song. Do you know the title? Do you know what it is? It's called Millionaire. Oh yeah, you got it.
what
That was
movie?
right.
Million, right? Yeah.
Is it from a movie?
Okay.
Anyways, do you have a favorite Bollywood movie? I know you've lived in India for some time, or been to India at least.
I've watched a few Shah Rukh Khan movies,
Yeah.
obviously, because
knows the team.
he's the owner for the team that I played for so many years. So
Yeah.
I've looked at a few, and he's a great action movie guy. I think like Tom Cruise. He
Oh,
do
yeah.
all these type of stunts and stuff. So, and I would be close to him and see how rip he is. So I'm like, okay, it's not any stunt double. He's
Yeah.
not,
No,
he can actually do.
he's
those
the real
things.
deal. Yeah.
You went on set with him? You sure?
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
I
you've
don't
just
know if
seen
you
him-
saw him in the
you-
movies.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Just see
That
him
would've been cool,
like
though.
after a game, and he would come
Sure.
and interact with us.
Yeah.
But I would definitely love to, play a role with him in a movie sometimes. You never know.
You heard that here.
And
That's out in the universe now. We're gonna help him manifest.
obviously, they played Dangerous for you in the stadiums, right? When you hit a six.
That. Yeah.
or
If
something
you
like
come
that,
up to
do they
when you
play
come up to
Dangerous?
bat, they play Dangerous sometimes. Yes.
It all depends on the DJs, to be honest.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
In baseball, whenever you come up to the plate, they play whatever your song is. Would you like that
So-
incorporated in cricket?
I have songs that I've done myself.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I do music
Right.
as well.
Right.
That song is called "Where the Party At," and sometimes a DJ would surprise me. Walking
Nice.
out of bat, not even thinking about that song. I did that song from 2016.
Uh huh.
So, like a DJ would surprise me. Dre Russ, we party from dawn till dusk. Where the party at? Hey. And I'm like, so
Notes to the DJ.
that would give me a good vibes going into bat listening to my own song.
Of course, yeah.
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 But you ever go walking up and they play something, you go, what the hell?
I don't think
They ever play anything that you're like, why did you choose that song? That's happened.
You don't have the name.
It's happened.
And that's the thing. It all depends on the DJ.
Right.
Yeah. It all depends on the DJ.
And you play for obviously so many with 4 leagues, right?
Well, more than 4.
More than
Presently?
4?
Yeah.
You play for IPL, the MLC, the
MLC.
Jamaican league, correct?
That's,
West Indies.
Caribbean Premier
Caribbean.
League is with Trinbago Knight Riders. Then you have ILT 20, which is Abu Dhabi Knight Riders.
Okay.
Then in India, you have Calcutta.
Right.
Now, outside of that, we have like so many other tournaments that we
okay.
would play in between these tournaments.
In between the leagues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
What would you say is at least? I don't know if it's any different game wise, but vibes wise, what are the biggest differences between like the Caribbean League, the Indian League, obviously this league as well?
I think the Caribbean Premier League it gives you a sense of the home vibes, the Caribbean culture and everything. You would be hearing calypso music plus a bit of Jamaican music plus a bit of international songs and all of that. When you're in India, during that 2 months, you're gonna learn a few Bollywood songs.
Yeah. Whether you
That's
like
the
it or
reason-
not. Yeah.
Whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
But that's the reason why I have so many songs on my playlist. So
you got some
I would
bangers.
go and there will be 1 or 2 new songs that the local boys listening to, and there's this guy Ramandeep in the Calcutta team where he's like the DJ for the team.
Nice.
So he always playing the song. So
Nice.
you would be sitting down in the team room after a practice session and you hear a few songs, and as soon as I saw him, I was like, yo, Raman, what's the name of this song? And I would give him the tempo, and I'm like, this guy sing it. And I would Spotify it, add to my playlist. So that's how you get to, embrace the culture wherever you go.
Right.
And those sort of things, yeah.
One of the coaches, I think she might also be from the Caribbean. She said the crowds are more intense in the Caribbean. Correct?
I wouldn't even say in the Caribbean.
Okay.
No.
India,
Yeah.
yeah.
You think more intense in India?
No, India is the spot.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
if you hit a 4 or 6, the cheer, the loudness of the crowd, everyone is involved. In the Caribbean, you would have people just go for the party, for the vibes. And that's
Okay.
what makes it different. Guys would be celebrating a 6 or a boundary or a wicket with a beer in his hand.
Right. And just having a good
So
party
just
time.
party,
Yeah, party time.
So the slogan for the league is the biggest party in sports.
Okay.
So you go and you enjoy yourself. It's like a party,
Right.
But in India, everyone is more involved. They watch every ball because it's like a religion in India.
Yeah, it is.
They're involved in the decision that's gonna happen on the big screen. They see a no ball, they see the decision is out, the crowd immediately react. They don't wait until
Right.
out. come
Right,
up on the
right,
screen
right,
or
right.
Not out. They know. So it makes it more deeper when you're playing in India. You walk out to bat, the goosebump you get because fans cheering for you.
Yeah.
You don't even face a ball as yet.
Right.
In the Caribbean, it's different. Guys, yo, cheers, and
Yeah. Which is its own fun, but it's not the same. It's not.
not the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And are the fans, I almost went to a game in Calcutta. My wife is from Calcutta. And so I was there when there was a game going on, but we had something else that we did. And I had people telling me, you guys could
You would
check
have
out a
seen
game.
Dangerous there.
I know. I would have. I would have seen you playing there. Are the fans not only involved in the game, obviously they're cheering when things go great, but there's some teams, for example, in American sports where if the home team isn't doing well, the home team may actually boo them and not be on their side. Does that happen in cricket?
Not in Calcutta.
I didn't think so. I think it was if you're doing bad, they feel bad for you and they want to make you feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing about it is, in India, you would lose 2-3 games in a row.
Right.
The next home game still sold out. And that's the beauty about it. You walk out of bat after failing 2-3 times in the last 3 games, you still get a warm welcome. That's the beauty about it. These fans, especially if I've been doing well over the years, smashing sixes. So
Yeah, I would say you've done very well over the years.
Yeah. So when I walk out of bat, they still believe, like, okay,
Sure.
we put that last 2 games behind us.
Right.
We're gonna see some J. Russ
It's still
magic.
J. Russ. Yeah, it's still J. Russ.
So it's more, deep and passionate, and the energy that you get. You don't get boo and those sort of things, and maybe disappointed guys with their hands on their head
right,
and those
right.
sort of things.
Yeah.
But apart from that,
Yeah, obviously, you've been in the league 16 years, correct? You've been playing professional cricket 16
Well, been
years?
playing since you're 19 professionally, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
Even longer, yeah.
18.
Carry the one.
Yeah.
What do you, in cricket, because we know it for like baseball or
Yeah,
American Football League.
we're
or,
still learning cricket.
What is the key, outside of just being insanely talented, to longevity in cricket?
Great question.
all right, I think you as a professional are, you have to set yourself personal goals. And for me, what been working over the years is me doing extras, like practicing while the team is not practicing. When the team is practicing, yeah, I'll go put in the work. But if I feel I haven't had enough, I would come back to the hotel, go to the gym, and do something. I like to feel tired after a practice session. So if I feel, having a few days before a game, I like to get the workload up. So the games become a bit easier. Not definitely easier, but
Right.
when you put the work in, you feel prepared.
Right.
So I think that's one of the things that's been keeping me on the park for so long. And when you believe in hard work, I've seen myself drop the intensity, stop working hard as how I used to when I'm 23 to 26, 27. And then I get the result for it. So I'm a firm believer in whatever you put in is what you get out. So, I was number 1 all-rounder for a few years, getting MVP in different leagues that I played and, dominating. So I kind of feel relaxed, stop going to the gym, going to the gym less, optional practice.
Right,
out.
because you've made it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I realized, and it was a great experience because cricket humble you in so many ways. You would score 100 today, you would go to practice the next day, work hard, and you out the first ball the next game.
Right.
So cricket is an ungrateful sport. If you treat it bad, it will treat you bad. So that's how it is.
And for example, in most sports that we're familiar with, if you have a long career, there's adjustments you make as your body is aging, because you may, like you said, when you were 22, your body might not respond the same way at 32 for this maybe stamina, but you may have more strength at 32.
Yeah.
Is that something that's obviously you have to been aware of your whole career, is making those kinds of adjustments with each new year, and injury recovery too, yeah?
That is so true. And things that I didn't take serious in my early 20s, I start to make it a big part of my preparation, like recovery. I used to laugh at guys being on the massage bed, getting, taking care of their niggles and those sort of things. I didn't pay ice bath and those sort of things much attention.
Right.
'Cause when you're young, you're fit.
Right. You can play a game and walk away and you're fine.
You're like Iron Man.
Right.
So
Right.
after that, and you get into the 30s and you realize, you wake up feeling stiff the next morning. You realize doing the workout, doing the recovery, making sure that you get massages whenever you can, you wake up feeling ready for another challenge. So I think the older you get in this sport, if you want to compete with younger players and show them why so many respect is on your name or why you have done it so long, you just have to make the sacrifices. You know, go to the gym when you don't feel like going to the gym, because you have to keep strengthening your body. Metabolism slow down and all of that. So if you get lazy, then the cricket will slowly leave you. And that's very important.
That's interesting. The cricket will slowly leave you.
Yep.
Yeah.
We've reacted to a bunch of different cricket videos. We've seen cricket games before, and something we've commented on is, especially in comparison to Major League Baseball, obviously NFL football, they're complete animals. But we noticed that a lot of cricketers were a lot smaller. Typically, you are not. You're probably the largest cricketer I've ever seen.
Not the largest.
Not the largest. But you're definitely one of the bigger
one of the
guys.
big boys.
Yeah, you're one of the big boys.
big
Yeah.
boys.
Is that I think, and we were talking to some people at the stadium as well when we were at the training. Is that predominantly just because you don't need that insane muscle mass as these other leagues do, because you need the flexibility to do all the different things?
Yeah, definitely. I understand that with my body and the genetics that I have, that once I go to the gym consistent for a period of time, I would get big and bulky.
Right.
And I think 2017 is when I start gaining a lot of muscle mass. Because I got banned from cricket for 1 year based on filing failure that with the anti-corruption, JADCO.
Okay.
They request all players to fill in the dates and the time every day of the week, meaning every day of the year. You have to tell them where you will be, where you're going to wake up, and all of that. If you're flying, they tell you, okay, you have to put the time traveling and all of that.
Wow.
So I was placed in the pool since 2012, and then my name wasn't ringing a lot. So obviously you start getting a lot of attention, you start doing well, start playing IPL, playing the big leagues, being a part of 2 World Cup winning teams, and then my name become boom in their eyesight. So
Right.
they start looking for me.
Right.
My whereabout was home. But I was on TV playing cricket wherever I go and play. So, it was just a lot of misunderstanding. I didn't take drugs. I never take drugs since I started playing cricket. So that's the reason why I got banned for that 1 year. And I was just home training, gym. And when I look at myself, I was like, shirts that I used to wear that fits comfortable, like used to squeeze my guns, like squeezing my arm, my chest was like feeling like bulking out, and it's a good feeling as well as a man that you're seeing yourself skinny, and then to see yourself feeling strong, and definitely feel stronger. But in cricket, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
You need flexible muscles, and you need to be able to to throw yourself around and those sort of things. When you look at rugby players or NFL players, they are massive.
Yeah.
If you ask them to bowl a cricket ball,
Right.
it would bounce like 5 times before it reached down to the stumps.
Right.
So-
Yep.
Somebody said you actually did, when you got an injury, you did rehab, I believe somewhere here in Texas, right?
Yeah, in
and
Dallas,
you said that was the first time you'd ever felt small.
Yeah, because you were around NFL guys,
I
right?
felt so small.
Yeah. No, they're huge.
And the Mavericks guys, like the basketball players, like they're massive.
So tall.
Like, you know what? I used to try to mess around weights that they would lift. So I would go in their corner after they finish completing a set, and like, yo, I see this guy lifting this thing so easy, moving around with it, curling.
Yeah.
And my 2 hands, I was like, I said, why you need to be so strong? But then I understand that these guys are the guys that protect the quarterback.
Oh,
Yeah.
so linemen?
The linemen,
So they
they're the
have to be
big
strong.
boys.
And I used to see them in the gym and like, hello. I want to be bestie with you, man. Like, I don't want no trouble.
They're machines.
Yeah, they are. But like you said, you have them try and be an all-rounder, try to bowl. They're going to not be able to get their arm up over there. They got their shoulders are too big to come over the top.
Yeah.
We were playing today on the practice field, and they were being very gentle with us as they needed to be. One of the things we were hoping to do, we mentioned it, was to actually try and bat against a member of your team that's actually a bowler. And I think they heard us say that, went, sure. We're not doing that.
You might die.
I think, yeah, if we saw it during practice, the speed that it's coming in, because all you have for the protection is here. How often do you get hit when you're playing? Do you get hit every once in a while in the ribs?
Every once in a while you get a little sting here and
A
there.
little sting?
I think your job as a batter when you're batting is to use the bat to protect yourself. And that's the skill about us as cricketers, where a guy bowling 90 miles per hour, you have so little time to react. And, you know, it's madness. Sometimes when you're talking to guys who don't understand cricket, and they're saying, how you guys react so quick? Now, it's all about looking at the field placing, watch videos and see this bowler go to delivery. And that's a big thing for me. So
Yeah.
I would watch most of the games. If a bowler under pressure, I would see what he tend to do under pressure. If a batter just come out to bat, the lens that he would look to bowl and those sort of things. So it helps me to react better while batting because, you know, from 22 yards, you know, 90 miles per hour, it is actually quick. It reaches you quick. And I bowl 80 plus.
Yeah,
You know, used to bowl 90 plus, but it's actually an uncomfortable speed. And batters pull it so easy, scoop, do all these things. So
Right.
I think we are genius in our own way of, you know, playing this sport.
100%.
Agree.
Most people that obviously don't know anything about cricket just thinks it's an offshoot of baseball.
Yeah.
Americans.
Most
thinks
Americans
it's
think that.
an
They're like,
offshoot
oh, they
of
came from-
baseball. There's a
yeah.
bat and a ball.
Right.
And that's really the only similarity that there really is.
There's so much things to it. Like the ball actually spin
Yep.
in, out. It swings in, out. You have Yorkers, you have
Right.
bouncers at your head,
Yep.
you have slow deliveries, and it all depends on the surface. So
Right.
some pitches will play better than some, so you have to make those adjustments as well. Baseball is a pitcher throwing full. It might have curveball, dip, you know, and other variations, but it's still a full ball going over the plate.
Right.
And I've seen baseball players get hit, and I'm like, oh, that must hurt.
Yeah, it does.
And then guys actually chasing each other, trying to hit back a guy. And I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
dugout's
that
coming.
happens. That happens.
Does that not happen? Somebody hits with the ball and both cricket teams come out and start fighting? Oh,
No?
You got to incorporate that.
Cricket is a gentleman's sport.
It's a gentleman's sport.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not like baseball where they hit each other and then everybody's out fighting on the field.
Think how much more exciting India and Pakistan cricket matches would be. they would be going throwing haymakers, buddy.
That'd be very interesting.
Some things just leave to the Americans. They're angry over there. Do you have a favorite? I know you're an all rounder. Do you find bowling more fun, or do you find batting more fun? Has it changed through the years at all?
I think I have more fun batting. There are times when, as a bowler, you enjoy the challenge. But I think any bowler, any all-rounder that bat and bowl would maybe choose batting these days because players improve so much. You know, they find a way how to score from your best delivery, right? Where you bowl a good Yorker. Yorker is one of the best balls you can bowl in a cricket match. And you would have guys that reverse scoop that Yaka over third man for 4 or paddle over the top of the keeper head.
Right.
So when a bowler bowl his best delivery like that and it gets hit for a boundary, like you have to be confident to go and nail another Yorker.
Right, because it's like, what am I gonna do?
Because if you bowl anywhere on the pitch, that's where he wants you to bowl.
Right.
And it might not be safe. You can get him out, but it's just how the game is evolving, and the bats that we use now are getting better and better, and it's more challenging when you're bowling.
When you got 4 wickets in a row, so you get the first one, you get the second one. Does it enter your mind now? Okay, 2, I might get a hat trick. It comes in your mind, right?
It always comes to your mind.
And then the hat trick.
I was relaxed, like a big celebration.
Yeah.
No, wasn't thinking about 4.
So you were just, I got my hat trick.
Yes, you got something that a lot of bowlers dream to get a hat trick. And then the next delivery, I still try to bowl my best delivery.
Sure.
Slow ball.
Boom.
Wicket. And I'm like, what's that called?
Could you believe that? Yeah, what is that called?
What do you call that?
It's not a hat trick.
I was like, what was that called? Like, the guys like, oh, we're going to Google it and see, because it wasn't a thing where bowlers getting 4 wickets in 4
Right, no.
And then they say, oh, it's called a beaver trick.
A beaver trick?
A beaver trick?
Yeah,
Why?
something like that.
Uh-huh.
That's the name of it.
Did somebody just come up with that?
let me
We need
say-
to make this. They should have called it a dangerous or something.
Yeah, they should have named it. But you've done something very special when you look to everybody else and go, what do we call this? Because this doesn't happen very often, right?
And I've never played with a player and they got 4 wickets in 4 balls, and then I heard the name that they mentioned for it. So I was asking around, what do you call this thing?
Right. So the first one you ever experienced, you did.
Yeah.
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 Well, thank you so much for sitting down with us.
Yeah, we could talk. We could talk to you.
It's been a lot of fun. I do have one last question.
Oh yeah, this is probably the most.
And it actually goes off to
question.
what you just said. You're playing tomorrow. Final match you perform. What happened?
What do you mean?
Yeah, no. Final match you perform. What happens?
It's fun because I actually asked him. I was looking at Instagram, and one of your videos popped up, and every comment was final match. What happened? And I asked him. I was like, "What does that mean? Is that an inside joke?"
Inside joke. What is that?
And so they
and then
explained
I saw the clip of it, and you're like, "What?
What? Come again?
Final match you perform.
Yeah,
What's happening?
Now you should make T-shirts. Is what you should do.
What's happening?
Yeah, exactly.
That would be good on a t-shirt.
It would
be good.
Final match you perform.
What happened?
Just on the back. Dude, LA Night Riders promote that. Anyways, thank you so much for joining us. It's been a pleasure, and looking forward to watching you tomorrow.
Yeah, no worries,
thank you so much.
Thank you guys. Thanks.